Hi, John. It's Colin. So I just posted the site. I'll send you an email and an invoice and all that sort of stuff for the work. What I'm going to do is also send you a link to the Dreamweaver version of the site, same one that's on the server, so you can download it. Now, after our conversation, yesterday I went and updated the pages so that everything is within the Numo, or sorry, the Content Wizard. I won't call it Noodle. I'll just call it, reference it as the Content Wizard. So now, if you want to make updates to any of these pages, you can just go to your administration panel. You can go to your Content Wizard and hit Manage, and then all the different pages are right here. Now, after putting the information into the different sections, I thought, some pages will work really well for the Content Wizard, others may not. So you may at some point in time go, I don't really like using the Content Wizard for this particular page. Just let me know. I'll help you put the content back in the page within Dreamweaver, and then so that you can just edit it normally, right? So, and there's going to be situations where you may have questions and whatnot. Just fire in a quick ticket to me and let me know. But a lot of it's just going to be sort of getting in there, a little bit of trial and error. Also, we do have some instructions and whatnot in your members account, which you can view as well. And oh, wait a minute, there's also right here, if I log into your actual account on our website, right here is the instructions button. If you want to learn more about because there's, basically it's you play around with it, trial and error, because it's just a text editing window. But if you want to learn more, you can go to the plugin instructions, Content Wizard, and then there's basically, you've already done most of this already, so it's not going to be a lot of new information. But as far as Dreamweaver goes, when you actually open up the site, and like I said, you may find that the content sections work great for some pages but not others. Not a problem. We can help you switch them back over. Right, so don't waste a lot of time going, I don't know how to get this to work. Well, right, and if you want to do things like getting images in there and whatnot, let me show you. I'll open up an existing page. Right, I did want to show you one thing with images. See, there's a div class, div of thumbnail, pull right, margin left. Sometimes it's easier just to copy that entire div and paste it and then just change the image. But in a nutshell, when working with images, you can right click, do the insert edit image, click on that, and that brings up the box with more information. Under appearance, right, you won't see the class being set on the existing image because that actually comes from the core CSS of the website itself. But there's different things you can do in here to play around with the pics. For example, we have you can go to the different appearance, alignment, you can change the alignment and some things like that. But the style is what I was going to talk about. You can actually manually add a style of thumbnail, right? And then that will automatically add the border for you. Okay, so that was one of the highlights I wanted to point it out. You may have other questions, and that's what the Ticket Center is for. But back to Dreamweaver, this is something you can play around with. But in Dreamweaver, when I give you the site here, or open up the site, you'll have the About page, for example, and pretty much all the other pages in here. There's really nothing to do within these pages themselves anymore because it's all being done through the Content Wizard. So when you open it up, I'm just going to remove the visual aids, right? There we go. We have up the top. You can change About the Warden, and then you see this little placeholder piece of text. That's what actually is the code that loads in the content for the page, right? So the only things you'd ever really need to change up here is if, for example, you wanted to change this or this information right here. That's your logo. That's your tagline. So you go to the library. Website name is the logo I was talking about. Open it up. Change the information here. New site. Hit save. It'll update your pages. All right, then if I go back to the About, it's going to say new site up at the top as opposed to the Warden. All right. Same with the tagline right here. You would open up the tagline, change the information, save it. And keep in mind, anytime you go into the library shared folder and update any of these pages, you have to republish all the pages in the root folder up to the server. Okay, and you have to do this locally and then publish it up with Dreamweaver up to the server. Okay, so I'm going to undo that. Okay. About the warden, you could change this information in the page directly. It's just an H1 tag. The menu on the side, you would change the menu side LBI, excuse me, open that up, and it's a bullet list. This is what you would see right here. If you want to add another link, put your cursor where you want to add it. Let's say we want to add something after the warden's responsibilities. So we just put our cursor, right, and we hit enter, and then we type in a new link, right, and then we hyperlink the text, right. But keep in mind, because we are using different colors and whatnot, I had to set a special menu up for your website. And I had to create special classes for each page. So my advice to you is if you get to the point of you need to add a new menu, just contact me. And basically all I'd suggest you do is you copy and paste the new button in the code view, the HTML view. You change the class name to the name of the page, and then in the name of your page, this is where it gets, this is some work I had to do to make the buttons work for you here. Sorry to pause there and open up a page. I've actually created a style for each page that defines the background color and the font color because we wanted the red. Remember this here where we wanted the red color. In order to do that, you actually have to specify that on a page-by-page level by creating a specific style that says, when on this page, this button using this class will be this color and this font color. So it gets a little bit, put it this way, if you get to the level of you need to add more pages and you need help, just let me know. Other than that, so if we go back to our About page as an example here, I'm just running through the different bits and pieces you may need to update or want to update through Dreamweaver. So we've covered the logo or the website name and the tagline, the heading of the page, there's the side menu, and then we have the footer and the copyright, and those are the only other two pieces you would actually change within the site. And we go to the shared, there's the footer right there, and then the copyright information right down below it. So when you make a change to any of these pages here, it updates the entire site, except the index. The index is the exception to the rule because it's pretty much, the index page is pretty much just the slider component, and we can't get the, there we go right there, I'll make that in the window, right? And all this information here actually is pretty much updated through the library, through the slider. Although there's only one image, I still had to use that slider page. The reason being is because it's animated. So we can't just plop text onto the page. We have to use some sort of JavaScript, which is what I've done. Right? So if we open up the carousel slider, there's the text right there, there's the tagline, there's the click to enter button, and there's your logo right there. And you're not going to see anything else because those are the only bits and pieces that are actually on the site. So if you get to a point of needing to reposition anything, which I think we've already done, you would actually reposition pretty much everything through the style sheet. And then we're getting into a little bit more advanced stuff here, but we have a site folder and a styles folder and the carousel slider. And that is where you go in and make updates. For example, this is how you position the logo right here. It's positioned, 20% from the top of the page. A little bit lower down, the tagline is positioned 26%, right? And the entire caption container is 310 pixels from the top. So it's one of those things, if you want some help, just let me know. I'll show you exactly where to go instead of you having to fumble through it, because I think we've got it set up the way you want. But if you need things rearranged, just let me know. I'll send you some screenshots of what to open and what to do.